Hi, welcome. My name is Vinny. Most people call me Doc. Welcome back to my lesson on 5-string banjos for complete beginners. This is lesson number 2 on how to tune your 5-string banjo. In the first lesson, we learned how to sit with the banjo, how to hold it. So hopefully you're comfortable with that. If not, check out the video, go back, do that, and come back. So you should be comfortable with the banjo by now. Now we're going to learn how to tune it, because in order to play it, we have to have it in the right tuning. We have to have all these strings be the right notes, right? Now there are lots of different ways to tune the banjo, but they all sort of function the same way. When you play these banjo strings, they vibrate, and that vibration goes down the bridge into this head, which vibrates and sends the air out, and that's how we hear things. And so we have to modify these strings sometimes to be different notes. As you can see, they already are different notes. We've got a low one down here, and we've got a high one up here, right? Because some notes are lower than others, and some notes are higher than others. And the way you make a string lower or higher, well, there's 3 different ways. The first way is to make it thicker or thinner. So as you can see, this string down here is very low, and it's very thick. And this string and this one are both very high, and they're very thin. So a thicker string is lower, and a thinner string is higher. Now, obviously, we can't make these strings thicker or thinner. So we can't change that to change the tuning. Another way to change how these strings sound is to change the vibrating length. So this vibrates, right? This whole string is vibrating from here to here. Sorry, from here to here. Now, if I shorten the vibrating length of that string, it'll change the pitch. So if I shorten it to stop vibrating right here, by pressing the string down against this metal fret right here, I've just made it higher, because I've shortened the string by 5 frets. Once I get to the 12th fret, it's the same note again. Because in our music theory that we use in the West, there's only 12 notes. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then the in-between notes. So A, A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, and then back to A again. So all the notes cycle through. They're called octaves. So this is a C, and this is a C, 1 octave above. So like I said, we can change the value, the note value of the string, by making it thinner or thicker, or by making it shorter or longer. But the way we do it when tuning is by making the string looser or tighter. So I'm going to load up the other camera here so you can see this. See my tuning pegs, but yeah. I'm going to take this and I'm going to tighten this string, turn this and tighten it, and the string's getting higher. If I loosen it, it gets lower, right? So that's how we tune. We tighten or loosen the strings until they achieve the note value that we want. And on this, we're going to tune to open G. Most of the time when people play 5-string banjo, it's probably an open G tuning, especially if you're a bluegrass player. So those note values are starting from here, the top, the 5th string, because we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the 5th string is D. I'm sorry, yeah, the 5th string is G. And this note is G. And then we've got D. Then we've got G again. Then we've got B. And we've got D again. So G, D, G, B, D. You can see we've got some doubled notes there. This and this are both G's, but they're 1 octave apart, or 1 cycle through the notes apart. Sorry, my dog is barking. And these are both D's. I can take this even further and go to the 12th fret of this. Those are all D notes, 1 octave apart. So when we tune to these notes, how do we know which octave we need to tune to? How do I know I need to tune this note to this note and not to this one? Or to this one? Or one octave below this one? Well, as an experienced banjo player, you use your ears to know which octave you're supposed to be in. But as you are not an experienced banjo player, probably, we're going to use a tuning device. Now, there are many different tuning devices. There are little clip-on tuners like this that you can clip on the end of your headstock. These use vibrations. They don't always work great for banjos, but sometimes they do. There are tuners that measure the sound, specialty devices like this. Obviously, you have to buy this. If you don't want to spend any money, and I don't recommend that you spend any money really, you can download a tuning app on your smartphone or iPad or tablet or anything like that, or you can go on your computer and use an online tuner. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to recommend you download an app called PanoTuner. I just like it because it's free, and it displays the frequency of the note. Each one of these notes has its own unique frequency. And the G right here will have a different frequency than the G right here. So I'm going to give you the frequency names of the tuning notes. So as you start out your banjo journey, you know which is the correct notes to tune to. I'm going to do a screen recording on this phone so we can do it all together. So I'm going to start with this high G. And that should be around 392 Hertz. And that's how we measure this, the string vibration is with Hertz. So as you can see on the little tuner, we're right about 392 Hertz. You want to be right in that green area. And then we're going to go to the low D. And that should be about 147 Hertz. We're a little high, so we're going to tune below the note. I never tune down, I tune below and then tune back up. 147. Now we go to G. Now this G is different than this one, so it's not going to be 392. It's going to be about 196. Okay, G. Now we've got the B. And that's going to be about 246. Then we've got this high D. It's different than this D, so it's not going to be 147 anymore. It's going to be about 294. All right. So we've got G, D, G, B, P, all in the right frequency because we can see it on this tuner right here. We can see that they all match the exact frequencies. We haven't tuned them to the wrong octave, right? All right, so now we have our banjo in open G tuning, right? And that is the most common tuning for the 5-string banjo. And that's where we want to be as we continue our lessons. And if you start any lessons on claw hammer or scrug style or 2-finger or any other styles, most likely they'll be in open G as well, at least to start out with before you go into different tunings. So we've so far learned how to hold our banjo, the proper posture. Now we know how to tune it so that we can get ready to play it. So that's obviously the next step. We're going to learn how to play the banjo. And in lesson 0 of this series, lesson 0, we went over all the different playing styles of how to play 5-string banjo, right? And so we're not really going to go through those in this beginner series. I'm going to have other series on the distinct styles. So in the next lesson, we're going to just simply learn how to strum some chords on the banjo, okay? So if that's something that sounds like it's your speed, then continue on to the next lesson, lesson 3 in this series, all right? And if this is a little boring and you think you're more advanced than this, then you should go to another lesson that starts with claw hammer or scrugs or a specific technique, okay? Thanks for watching.